suppose I better get this screw out. I really don't want my very expensive flattening bit going through that. So let's see how we can get this out. Bit of hacking, I think. There we are. Not too bad. Do you know what? That, I don't know what resin that is. And it may seem a bit weird me smelling it. But it smells like polyester resin. Could be wrong. But at least that won't damage my bit now. So we'll get on with flattening it and see how we get on after that. So there, you can see that properly. And that's taking a chunk off the corner of my bit. But it's a good excuse to show you this bit. This is from Titman Tools. Chuffing expensive, but very, very good. Goes over resin very, very well, cuts resin very well, and now that that's chipped, what you can do, these have got, obviously they've got 4 cutting sides, so we can undo that, turn it round, and then we've got a brand new cutting side. Right, well, I've just worked out what that bit of metal was that I hit. It's a screw. And there will be another one there, and another one there, presumably. And that is to hold that crack together. I mean, that's just unbelievable. It's lucky I got a sense of humour, isn't it? We'll get them out now. Oh my days. Is there another one in there? Yep. Oh no. Is that one? Oh, there's got one in there. I don't think there's one there either. I think they look like plug holes. Is that one? So I'm digging out, that is definitely filler, because that's just popped out of there. What fun! What about that one? Oh god, I don't know, I'm worried about hitting more metal now. Don't know what's in it. So I started to cut it, as you can see, because I thought, well, I'll just cut the resin out. I'm not entirely sure what resin it is, as I think I've said before, but it's awful stuff. And my saw started sparking, so it's got more metal in there somewhere. Take a closer look. I'm not entirely sure where it is, but it was sparking around here and then a bit further down, quite deep. This is from the back. I've tried to saw a little bit more out with the hand saw, but blunting that as well on some metal that's in there. Whether or not he's put strengthening bars in there or something. But it's a mess at the moment. I'll get it done though. So continuing on the table, I can't remember where I got to because I haven't done any editing yet, but I've now got the table outside. I think the last thing that I did was trying to cut through it. I assumed because it started sparking on my track saw that it had metal in it. Turns out it's not metal. I've got some metal blades from my jigsaw. Tried to cut through it, but blunted them as well. Turns out it's actually stone. So it's been filled up with stones, obviously to try and save money on the resin. But the table itself is 55mm thick. So really, thin it a bit and save your money on the resin that way. Because putting stone in it's just ridiculous. So now it's outside and it will all be chipped out. We've started to do it already. Leah is on chip duty, so she'll be doing that, so I won't be filming any of it, but I'll obviously, when we get to having completed separating the two bits, we'll get on with the next bit. So Leah's been on this for about a week, obviously not every day and only a couple of hours every day, and she's doing a fantastic job of getting through it. She's nearly got through halfway. It's only got this little bit to do and I think she'll be through that today. You can see, look at that, it's an absolute mess. Absolute mess. And there's our bucket. At least we'll be alright with warding Superman off now. We'll get it in for flattening and, well, sanding first. Sand the edges up, get it in for a bit of flattening, and then a repour. So got it separated now, all the resin is out of it. The customer has said pretty much do what you like, really. So what I've done is I've cut it down a little bit because I didn't think the river was that wide. It's quite narrow, so we're cutting a little bit off of each end, making the river a little bit bigger. We're going to change the colour slightly, and I'm going to do some fractal burning on it. It's quite difficult doing fractal burning on a table because then it's got to be flattened off afterwards, and if you take too much off you just get rid of the burns. But what I'm going to try, so I flattened it as much as I dare now, and I'm going to try and get the fractals going into the river, which might be a bit difficult, but we'll see how it pans out. Right, I've got absolutely no idea where I was with the video. I've completely forgotten to do any recording. It's been Christmas and New Year. I've still been working on the table, but I completely forgot to do any. I don't think I did any video of the pour or anything. I don't know. I haven't looked at any editing yet. So after this little segment, I'm going to go off and do some editing, and then you'll know where I am, but I don't know where I am. Anywho. Right, so this is the underside. Now, after pour, flattening and sanding, as you can see, I've thinned it out quite a lot, and it's a much better proportion now. And I've put a little chamfer on it. This is the underside, so I think the chamfer just sets it off a nice little detail. The underside is one coloured blue. When I flip it over, it's got a base colour of blue, and when I flip it over, it will be different colours of blue blending into each other. And there's a bit of fractal burning on the other side, which I think that I filmed. You will be able to tell me whether I did or I didn't. So the next thing that you will see, hopefully, is I'll flip it over when the oil on this is dry. I'll flip it over, and I'll try to remember to get some vid of sanding and finishing, and then it will be dropped off in its new home at the end of the week, which you will see next. I'll leave it at that for this video for now. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Sorry it's been such a long time between part 1 and part 2. The next video will be the 1,000 subscriber free table giveaway, which I'm going to be doing next. So don't forget to like and subscribe, share and all that, and I'll see you again soon.